My personal story, even when I first started working as a 17-year-old, for my age, I made a lot of money, but it was like the more money I made, the more I spent. And I was stupid in that sense, but no one really taught me how, and I never asked about it. I was never taught about saving money, not to mention even investing money, but my parents had 6 kids, so I'm sure, I mean, and I know they couldn't save a whole lot of money. I wish I had learned at a younger age. That is also something that I regret. If I had to change something, that would be, from my experience, whatever you do in life, have a passion for it. If it's work or family or any loved ones, be patient and listen to them, what they want, what they need, how they're feeling. It's not all about you. It's also about taking care of others. I'm 67 years old. My name is Kurt Dujardin. I am currently unemployed and hopefully retired permanently, unless something happens, but that's who I am right now. I am retired, hopefully for permanently, yeah. But you never know. I can't get used to it. I still wake up some days and wondering, what time am I supposed to be at work today? But basically, I don't have anything to do. I can do whatever I want, which is nice when I realize that, as opposed to waking up and thinking I've overslept or I'm going to be late for work or something. But it's okay so far. Majority of my life, I've worked in the restaurant business, working in kitchens. My older brother started working in a restaurant, and he asked me, I was probably 17 years old, he asked me if I'd like to get a job there as a dishwasher at the restaurant he worked at. And I decided to do that. Next thing you know, I'm cooking, and that's what I ended up doing basically all my life. Well, I got different jobs, and I got promoted, and sometimes I moved, but that's what I've known. This is the restaurant business. I've always, seems like I always go back to it. Even working at Martin's, working in the meat department. It wasn't a restaurant, but I still knew a lot about meat and how to prepare it, meat and seafood, how to prepare it. It was a good background for me. I worked at a golf course for about 5 years once, and that was kind of fun. Outside doing a lot of mowing. That was in Colorado. There's nothing wrong with it, but there again, it's a lot of work, a lot of long hours. I started working in restaurants while I was still in high school. I've worked there pretty much 45, 50 years. Different restaurants, different locations, but that's what I've done. Working in restaurants, it's a very satisfying job because you know you're making good food. People appreciate it. And plus, it's kind of the only thing I really knew how to do and do well. A lot of it just comes down to caring about what you do and how you do it and making other people happy. That's a big part of it. But all in all, it's very satisfying when someone comes up to you and thanks you, for a great meal or whatever. But it's a very demanding job. You're working long hours. I tell kids that are working in restaurants now, get out of there. Do something else. Personally, I wish I had gone to college, which I never did. It seems like nowadays you can make a great living being part of a trade, like a plumber or a welder or a carpenter, that you really don't need or have to go to like a 4-year college, which is gonna more often than not put you in debt. And so these days, I think it's almost better to develop a trade that you enjoy, like a carpenter or a welder or whatever, something that you enjoy, as opposed to going to an expensive college and getting a degree that you might not ever work at. If I was a kid just getting out of school, high school, I would look at, like what I just said, getting a skill position, a plumber, electrician, a welder, even a mechanic, which those are things that I know nothing about now, and it makes me feel stupid sometimes because I don't know anything about that kind of stuff. But they're valuable things to learn. Just because you go to college doesn't automatically mean you're smart or you're better than anyone else. Number one, it's not easy. It's never going to be easy. Life isn't easy. And you have to work hard, and you have to love what you're doing. I was never taught as a kid about saving money, and not to mention even investing money. But my advice to young ones and old ones, that would be save your money, get advice from someone you trust, and you invest it if you want. But mostly save. My parents had 6 kids, so I'm sure, I mean, and I know they couldn't save a whole lot of money, but I was never taught things like that. I wish I had learned at a younger age, because now that worries me to death. I don't have a lot of money right now. And being retired, it's scary. My advice about school would be, if that's what you want to do it. If you don't think you need it, if you want to find a trade, that's fine as well. But whatever you do it with passion. Personally, I wish I had gone to college, which I never did. I started working in restaurants while I was still in high school, and I just never got out of the business. But it's a hard business. Sometimes you can't do everything you want to do because maybe financially, or maybe you're not at the right place. But overall, just be happy what you do, and make good friends. Just people to talk to, different perspectives on life, and know that sometimes they're going through the same things that you're going through, same problems. I just think it's a healthy thing to do. Make good friends and keep them. Stay in touch with good friends, which I'm horrible at, by the way. But if I had to change something, that would be the big thing. I'd stay in touch better with my friends and family better. We had 6 kids. We lost our youngest sister several years ago. But there's something else that would be helpful, is having a strong family. We never really had a strong family. It's like these last few years being back here, I'm closer to my sister and 2 brothers who are still in this area than I ever have been. But as kids, we were never really that close. As a family, we were never really that close. But now our parents have died, and us kids have kind of gotten to know each other a lot better, and it's pretty cool. I'm the type of person that I'd always keep things to myself. You learn it's not always the best thing to do.